Okay.
And I think this is a really important bill, and I know it's been before the Senate in previous years. It actually does 5 things. As you noted, it protects and encourages the core freedoms of the First Amendment and our counterpart in Iowa, and prevents them from being kind of muzzled, stymied by powerful forces using public nuisance theory, private nuisance theory, defamation, extensive discovery. And it does provide for an expedited motion, so it's brought promptly to the court's attention, but it does 4 other things that are really important in the protection of the exercise of these constitutional rights. One is it stops the discovery. In the case out of Carroll County involving the newspapers, over $100,000, $140,000 eventually, in depositions and interrogatories and requests for admissions and the like. And that's important. The court can order discovery if good cause is shown, but ordinarily it's frozen, which is a really important advance. And second, it provides for an expedited process. The motion has to be made within 60 days. A hearing has to be held within 60 days thereafter. The court has to rule 60 days within 60 days afterwards, and there's a right of appeal, even though it's an interlocutory decision. And fourth, it provides a clear process for the hearing before the court. I brought this to the attention of the Iowa State Bar Association's litigation section, and they strongly supported this act. And fifth, and really important, is that it provides a sanction, reasonable attorney's fees, reasonable expenses and costs in case the person who brought the action, whose First Amendment rights were being stymied, prevails, which is a protection against Pyrrhic victories. We have no law in Iowa right now that does this. We can make motions and courts have to rule on them. There's no time sequence, and there's no right of appeal on its rules. I have brought some materials which I'll distribute afterwards, a map of the states. There are now 35. The last 10 states have adopted the Uniform Law Commission Act. A letter from attorney Jim Bopp in Indiana, a preeminent conservative attorney in the country, who wrote a letter to the Senate Judiciary Committee last year, which I copied for your benefit, and a coalition letter showing that this is not partisan legislation. We all have an interest in the exercise, the free exercise of the First Amendment, showing that organizations to the right and to the left, Jim Bopp is the general counsel for the National Right to Life Committee. I've worked with Americans for Prosperities on this, and you'll note that the ACLU and the NAACP and the Methodists and others, this is bipartisan, and likewise the states, 35 states. Thank you for these comments. I'll provide these afterwards.
Thank you.